is up, you all? We are back, and today we're going to be talking about some Stranger Things Season 5 details. So, we actually just got a video from Netflix on YouTube, and it's showing us what's next to come in 2025 on Netflix, being that it started off with Stranger Things Season 5, and the details we got from this video is not just any ordinary details. So we see a woman gets flung over the office from a Demogorgon, and then we see on the table we have a missing poster of Jane Hopper, aka 11, which I'm not gonna lie, we know from previous seasons, being season 4, that the military is definitely looking for her. So it's almost like that Netflix is just hinting that she's gonna be in hiding, and that they're gonna be looking for Jane Hopper. And also next to that, we see a WSQK radio station mug, which I talked about in previous videos. I think that this is going to be the new hideout for the main core of the cast. I think that this is going to be like the clubhouse type of thing. Or now that we see this missing poster, I think that it's going to be somewhere that possibly 11 is going to be hiding out at, to stay away from the world. Maybe the world is looking for her after everything that happened with, you know, the upside down bleeding into Hawkins. I think that it's going to be a lot of people that want to, you know, get their hands on 11, and I think that that's where she's going to hide out at WSKK radio station. We've seen in season 2, it was something similar to this where she was hiding out and Hopper was trying to keep her safe at his cabin, and I think it could be something similar to that. But we're going to get into the details on a poster and everything, and it's a number that's on this poster that is very interesting, and we're going to call them right here, right now. But before we do that, don't forget to smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let's get into it, man. Let's call this number, guys. This is crazy, man.
Thank you for contacting the Hawkins Police Department. Due to the recent 7.4 magnitude earthquake, Hawkins is currently under lockdown to ensure the safety of our residents. The Hawkins Emergency Task Force is working closely with the Hawkins PD to track down missing persons, of which Jane Hopper is the priority. We urge you, as a responsible citizen of Hawkins, to assist us in our search to locate her.
Okay, so basically what happened is, it seems like a earthquake happened, or they're thinking that what happened in season 4 was an earthquake whole time. 11 of them know what really happened with everything with Vecna and the upside down coming to Hawkins. So I'm thinking it's that moment from there on the hill, and it seems that they're looking for missing persons. That's what they said, and they're looking for Jane Hopper. So I'm pretty sure they're thinking that she's connected to everything. They're starting to find out a lot of things that's happening with the upside down and Hawkins. They're getting, you know, invested in the situation, and they're looking for her. So that makes sense. Now, pushing forward, like I said, I think we're going to get a lot of flashbacks in season 5 for sure. Like, I think we're going to get a shit ton of flashbacks, a lot of back and forth, a lot of open questions, a lot of things we want answers to, especially with these flashbacks explaining a lot of things that we need to know. Now, I want to get into the details of this missing teen poster with Jane Hopper and see what we get into with this. So it says, name Jane Hopper, white female, 15 years old, date of birth 6/7/71, height 5'4", last seen wearing a hooded jacket, walking along in the vicinity of Hawkins High School on June 13th. 1986. So we did see that Netflix showed us that this is going to take place in the fall of 1987. So maybe she went out into hiding, or she went missing in 1986. I'm not going to lie, it's a little weird because we know that it's going to take place in 1987. So it's almost like they're telling us that we're going to be getting a flashback in Stranger Things season 5. But they said that she was walking last time they seen her by Hawkins High School, and we did see in that Netflix behind the scenes of Stranger Things that she was actually in the upside down. It's like she was fighting off someone with a nosebleed. So maybe she actually is missing. Maybe that episode where we thought it was going to be the vanishing of Holly Wheeler is actually the vanishing of Jane Hopper. And I think the reason this makes sense is because we got the vanishing of Will Byers earlier in Stranger Things, and now we're going to get the possibly be getting the episode the vanishing of Jane Hopper. The reason I say it makes sense is because 11's the reason, you know, they have a connection, her and Will. 11's the reason the gate open, and Will Byers is the connection that's keeping the upside down up and running, being connected to Vecna. So I think both of them being the heart of the show, having, you know, those moments where they both go vanishing, I think that is bone chilling and it's full circle. And to get into it a little more, like I said, could you imagine that, you know, season 5 kicks up, everyone's in the picture, and we don't see no 11, and it's kind of kicking over to this missing teen poster. 11 has been missing, or we get that flashback, or it could be present day where basically she's walking wearing a hooded jacket by Hawkins. Like, is this possibly a teaser or the opening of Stranger Things season 5 where, you know, she's walking and then she gets took, similar to how Will Byers was on a bike when he was younger, when he fell in the woods with the Demogorgons and everything. I would not be surprised, now that I'm thinking about it, that, you know, maybe that episode is the vanishing of Jane Hopper and not the vanishing of Holly Wheeler. But I think it can still be Holly Wheeler because it's Mike's sister, and I think that will bring him and Will closer as friends because their friendship is kind of crumbling. But yeah, I think that will be crazy. Or maybe it just kicks up, and then when we get to that episode, the vanishing of blank, it could be Jane Hopper, and then they show us that moment where she was last seen by Hawkins High School. I'm not gonna lie, this right here is crazy reading. It's now pushing forward. It says a reward totaling $3,000 will be paid for all leads which result in the location of Jane Hopper or her body. Last seen walking on a sidewalk near Hawkins High School, where she mysteriously disappeared that afternoon. June 13th, 1986. Contact the Hawkins Police Department if you have any information regarding the whereabouts of this person. So yes, I definitely think that could be crazy where they actually show us where she gets took, similar to Will Byers in his episode when he got took. And I think that'll be full circle, and maybe with 11 being in the upside down for a period of time. So from the summer of 1986 to the fall of 1987, that's like a little bit over a year. So you're telling me that 11 possibly will be missing for a little bit over a year? I think that'll be crazy. Like, either she's missing or they're hiding her from the military and everything. I think that can definitely be something. Either one is crazy to me. But we have found some, you know, details about the potential teaser for Stranger Things season 5. Some details with that teaser. We're going to be getting into that. And some things that the Duffer Brothers said that's very interesting. But yeah, I do think that, you know, with everything that's going on, what we're hearing, it sounds like that could potentially be the thing that's going to happen for sure, especially with 11 going missing and everything kind of picking up from where we started and just having multiple time jumps from 87 to 86. And like I said, with everything going on with 11 being missing or in hiding, a lot of things are going to be very different where we want to see what happened. I think that'll be a great opportunity to do that flashback from 87 to 86, in my opinion, but that's just me. So the Duffers actually were at an in-person event at Netflix, and they talked about Stranger Things season 5, and we are about to read some info that we heard from someone that actually got to experience what the Duffers were saying behind the scenes. So let's get into it. So it says, hyped. We got a first look at Linda Hamilton in military uniform and much more insight into the stakes for the upcoming season. It looks genuinely fantastic, and the scale of the sets and ambition this season are gigantic. The radio set in particular looks stunning. Matt and Ross described the new season as 8 blockbuster movies. They recapped the production of season 5, which took the whole year of 2024. It's our most personal story, Matt said. There was a lot of crying. There was so much crying. Everyone put their hearts and souls into it. So basically we see that, well, we got to see Linda Hamilton in her army suit. So, I mean, that's not a surprise. I kind of told you guys that, like, that's her stilo. That's her bread and butter, her being like a Sarah Connor, because that's the role she was known for and everything like that. But to hear the Duffers say, like, this is the one that they feel is their most personal, and people were crying. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we heard what David Harbour said at the table where people were crying and things like that. I mean, they literally grew up together, and I'm not gonna lie, after that season 4 ending with Max and everything, I had tissue everywhere. This one is gonna do it to me because I know that everyone's not gonna make it, and I think with the Duffers saying that is what they're telling us. Like, it's going to be sad, especially if you've been watching Stranger Things since day one and you're emotionally attached to these characters, the story they're telling, the environment and everything. It's going to hurt us like we actually know these people. So I cannot wait, but we have more info will happen at this event. Ross also revealed exactly how much footage they captured during that year-long shoot. By the end, we captured over 650 hours of footage. So needless to say, this is our biggest and most ambitious season yet. So we heard that it's going to be like 8 blockbuster movies. Fan recently did an interview where he said that it's going to be like 40 minutes, but I'm not going to lie, I don't think that's the case. I actually think with them having 650 hours and the Duffers just said it out their mouth, I'm not going to lie. 8 blockbuster movies, we need that. This is the end of season 5, you guys. The end of a journey, the end of just us being invested in these characters. 650,000 hours of footage is insane. So yes, I'm not going to lie, we're going to be getting like hour episodes or more. I think for sure they're going to be like 8 big movies like the Duffer said, where it's like blockbusters and they're going to be cinematic, and just like season 4, I think we're going to get that in some for sure. This is nothing but great news, man. So we got some more details, being that the pair talked about the future of Stranger Things, although not in much detail why this might be the end of the story for Mike Hopper, Dustin, Lucas 11, and the others. It's not a goodbye for Stranger Things. Now, this is great news because we know that a spinoff has been talked about and been brought up, you know, in the Stranger Things community, but this is confirming that this is not the end for the title Stranger Things, the universe Stranger Things. I am so happy about that, and basically saying that we're getting a spinoff. It's just not going to have the characters that we love in that spinoff. I can't wait. Anything Stranger Things, I'm all for it. We know that they got the upside down studios in the works and everything, so I cannot wait to see what the Duffers bring us with this spinoff or what's next for Stranger Things. This has me so hyped. They also discussed more upcoming projects, one of which has been announced as a new animated series codenamed Project Mirkwood, which has gotten a 2-season commitment. Matt said that each spinoff and continuation would need to justify its existence, though. It's very important to us that anything with Stranger Things name on it is of the highest quality. It needs to basically just be awesome. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this just has me pumped, and I respect the Duffers. That's their baby. That's what they love. That's what got them out there, and they put a lot of passion behind it and everything. So I feel every word they're saying, man. Like, Stranger Things has been so impactful on our lives as diehard fans, and it's all because of the Duffers. So I see why they want to treat it that way. And we also hear about some details from a Stranger Things season 5 teaser that was shown, and I'm going to tell you guys, I've been hearing nothing but crazy things about what was said in this. So they say, although brief, the footage was action-packed, with highlights including the return of the villainous Vecna, a shot of the stained glass window from the Creel family's home, and Will screaming seemingly in the upside down over the teaser. Millie Bobby Brown's 11 provided a voiceover saying, "They don't get to write the ending, but we do." Naturally, we got goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just hearing that 11's, that's my favorite, bro. Come on, bro. Look at that. Look at that. Like, that literally has me just, I'm not gonna lie, I cannot wait to see this footage. Like, her being the voiceover and saying that they don't get to write the ending, but we do, and hearing Will, drop this, please, Netflix. Drop this. Please stop playing. Please drop this. Lord Jesus. Look, come on, y'all. Please drop this. I need this. Bro, this is my most anticipated out of movies or TV shows. Stranger Things season 5. This is my #1 for 2025. I am so ready. If you're a Stranger Things fan, you have to lock in, guys. This is the last time we have to lock in. I'm not going to lie. I don't know when we will get this footage or this trailer, maybe on a random day. We know Tadum is coming in May, and they're known for some Stranger Things releases and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. It's like sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't, so I don't know. But either way, I need to see this footage. So yeah, you all comment down below. What do you think about everything we just talked about with Stranger Things season 5, and how do you feel about this footage, details we heard, everything that Duffer said, the stuff with the poster? What do you think? And I think, like I said, I think we're going to be getting something very, very soon, just like on a random day, possibly like they did today, but I can be wrong. But yeah, you all, I want you all to comment down below. Let me know how you feel down in the comments about everything. Give me some speculation, some theories you got. I can't wait to talk to you all down in the comments, but unfortunately, this is the end of this video. I want you all to hit me up on all my social medias at ILIKESCARY, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.